Hey. Hey, Chicky. Hey, Cece. Come on, Ghost Watchers. Come out. Come out. Come out the bushes. Some love and happiness up in here. Yeah, yeah. Hey, put them dancing emojis up in there, y'all. Let's get some love and happiness this year, honey. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Hey, Keita. Hey, Keita. Let's get some love and happiness up in here, honey. Yeah. I'll be good to you. We'll be together. I love me some Al Green, y'all. Mm-hmm. Hey, realist. We got some love and happiness up in here. Hey, Shammy. I think that's how you say it. I'm going to just call you Sham. Yeah, that's my song. I love me some love and happiness, honey. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. All right. I'm glad y'all like Al Green. I love me some Al Green, y'all. I am so glad y'all are here today. Yes, it is about love and happiness, honey. Yes, yes, yes. Love and happiness. How many of y'all have some love and happiness this year, honey? I got some happiness. I'm still waiting on love. So we'll see how that go this year. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's having a good day today. I am glad you guys are in here tonight. Yes, my girl Cece, Cheeky, Sham, Realist One, Keita, Weeda. I know that's right, Keita. You said you feel me. All right. Well, yeah, I titled this Love and Happiness because, I think in the world that we live in today, hey, No Limit, I just got finished playing Love and Happiness by Al Green. You missed it, honey. But, we live in a world today that's so dark, and it's good when you can find somebody that you can talk to, that you can love and share your life with. I would say in this day and time, it is very difficult to find that because you have so many people in this day and time with different agendas. And I just want to ask some questions. I'm very curious about certain things, and I asked a lot of people that are in relationships, that some people that have had, especially long marriages. Like I asked, some couples, especially in my family, what drew you to that person? How did your marriage last so long? In this day and time, so many people's marriage, they last maybe 6 months to a year, and that's a maybe. And then when you have people in your family that have been married 30, 40 years, 60 years, that's a blessing. It is rare in this day and time, but it still happens. I have my oldest sister that could actually be my mom. She and her husband have been married, I think, 30 years or 31 years, something like that. But they've been married for that amount of time. They have children, and now they have small grandchildren. So I have great nephews and nieces. So my nephew and nieces, like I grew up with them, which was odd. So I got to see them have kids and stuff like that. And it's just really a beautiful thing. And if you can be married and have children and grandchildren, seems to be lost in society today. It's a lot of single parent homes, some by choice and some not by choice. But when you can find somebody like your soulmate, I don't know if that's really real, but if you can find, hey, Ronald, if you could find somebody like a soulmate or something like that, I think that'd be pretty good. That's like a blessing. And it's really like a needle in a haystack, to be honest with you. Because like I said, a lot of people be on some BS today. I wanted to have an open panel. So I'm going to put my link in here. And I want, some men to come up, some women to come up, and we're going to just talk about some things. Now, I want people to be honest as possible. Don't be afraid. I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm not gonna scare you, but I will be asking some questions that may be thought provoking. Okay. So all I ask people to do is be themselves and just be real. You know what I'm saying? Um, and then two, you know, I just want people to just be who you are. Don't try to give a answer that you think sounds right, but really something on how you feel. So, but before I go into that, also I had an interesting week. My name seemed to be coming up in these streets for some apparent reason. Well, I know some of the reason. But if y'all have ever seen me like cam up and stuff like that, I am the same person that's on this picture. So I do not do catfish. I did have one female content creator that did distort my picture and put me next to a Muffet with red hair and a mole. And this other content creator was talking about it, and he was like, "Oh, are those her moles? Or are they fake mole?" Everything on me except my lace front and my nails are real. I don't have to draw moles on my face. I don't. Someone hit me behind the scenes and told me about it, and I was just like, "What's wrong with these people?" You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the lady did to the picture or whatever, that female that did it. But at the time I had a red lace front. So she compared that picture because I called her a sponge. I said she was built like SpongeBob and Tasmanian Devil mixed, I think. And then she put a picture that was kind of distorted or something. And then put it next to a doll, Muffet. So I guess that's the picture the male content creator, and he was saying, "Well, what's going on with her face?" Yeah, I know I looked like a melted candle or melted face or something. It was really weird. But who if people have questions about me, you can come to my channel. You can ask me, hey Liz, how are you? I'm glad to see you, sweetie. You can and when I do cam up, I look the same. I'm not a catfish. I don't have to wear a lot of makeup or whatever. But people on this app, they will they people on this app are kind of weird, especially when they're petty and malicious. So I always say you can look at any video I have filmed, and the most of my lives I cam up. I may cam up just for a little bit, but I look like the same person, maybe just different hair. The reason why I'm explaining all of that, because you have a lot of silly people on this app. And one thing I don't disrespect somebody that I don't know and that hasn't disrespected me. But I find on this app, people don't have to know you. They don't even have to they don't have to know you, and they don't have to have a problem with you, but they say some very disrespectful things. And to me, if you want to know about me, come over to my chat introduce yourself or just look and watch. And whenever I do cam up, you'll see that I'm the same person on this picture. And I'm not a distorted looking, melted looking candle that somebody, or a muffet with moles on their face. I have I have 3 moles on my face by genetics. Okay. And the reason, and like I said, it's a shame that people have to say that, but I'm really saying this because I don't like people playing with me. Thank you, MG. How you doing, sweetie? Hey, pal. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I really don't like people playing with me. Especially when I know I'm not a damn catfish. So like I say, anybody want to know, hey, Mr. Worldwide, how you doing, sweetie? I'm glad you're here. Anybody wants to know anything about me? Hey, just look at those pictures. Hey, Gartrell, look at me when I go live. And like I said, I might change a color of a lace front in a minute. One day I might be blonde. The next day I might be red, you know. But the fact of the matter is, I'm still the same looking person. I'm not transforming into a mighty morphin Power Ranger. Okay. I'm not transforming into a drag queen. I, I am Selena at the end of the day, and I like to change my hair colors, and whatever I have on my face is because I was born with it, not because I put it there. So anybody got to have any questions about me, come to me. Yeah, Selena, you don't have to entertain that nonsense. That's all what it is, nonsense. Okay, and thank you, Gertrude. I appreciate you, but I just want to let people know, I that we do have some mean, petty people on this app that don't have to really know you. They might just have a problem with you, and they distort your picture, have you looking crazy, have your mouth open, and have your face looking like it transformed into something abnormal. Then they go in, you look like a mannequin. Well, was it the lighting and things of that nature? People are very strange, and it's not so much I want to entertain it, but I want to let people know, you want to know about me, you want to know how I look. Okay, look at me and look at my lies. I cam up sometime, and y'all know it's sometimes at the beginning and at the end I cam up and blow y'all a kiss or something like that, but I think people need to quit disrespecting people that have not disrespected you. Like I said, I don't disrespect people that have done nothing to me and that I don't know. But I appreciate you, Gartrell. You always been a person of reason. And I thank you for that. I thank you guys for your love and support. All of you are very special to me. The fact that, you come over here to engage with me means a lot, because you don't have to, you know, um, whatever your reasons are. And I thank you for your views. I thank you for your support. Gartrell, Realist One, my boy, Mr. Worldwide, thank you for coming. I'm so glad. I hope and pray that you stick around, like, share, and subscribe. Pow. I'm so happy to see you, buddy. CC and Cheeky MG 707. Liz, my girl. Ronald. Let's see. Who else? No Limit, my boy. Go up. Sham. I don't know if you're a woman or a man, but I'm thankful that you came, sweetie. Keto Weeda, my girl. Keto Weeda. Where is Harley? I guess Lonnie's still alive. But anyway, I just wanted to express that to you. Yeah, it's wild on here. You got people worried about your moles on your face. I don't draw any moles on my face, sweetie. But people are very strange, and they are concerned about odd things that's none of their business. But anyway, if you want to know about me, come over and have a conversation. I have no problems with that at all. And thank you, Wolfpack. How are you today? I'm glad to see you, buddy. So I put the link in the chat, guys. So please come up. I need some men. I need a woman or women to come up. I want to ask some questions. I want us to have a discussion. You know, that's right. Okay, let's have a conversation. Thank you, No Limit. I appreciate you. You always been genuine. I always say it would take something very drastic to happen in order for folks to learn not to cross certain lines. Right. But you know what? Like I said, you remember that live where I say that karma is something, you reap what you sow? That exact same female that did it to me, someone did it to her, but it was her real picture on how she looked without makeup. So that's what I'm saying. You have to be careful what you do to other people. But I don't know if the picture is still out on her community wall, because like I said, someone told me about it a long time ago when she did it. And like I said, people are petty. They real petty. And at the end of the day, I don't ever want to get that petty where I do stuff like that. That's just that's to me is just way out of line. So but yeah, Keita, you laughing. What you laughing at, Keita? Girl, I really want to say some more stuff, but I'm trying to stay out the beef, honey. I tell you, but they keep trying to come for me. They keep trying to come for your girl, Keita. Keep trying to come for me, but hey, that fire gonna come out, and when it do, I can't put it back. I can't put it back. Nobody can put it out when I get real upset. So I'm trying to play it cool, let it go, because y'all, these folks, they don't know people like that. Leave folks alone. Hey, Omega. Insecure people cast their negativity. Omega, you need to come up here. We're gonna have a discussion. I need somebody out here my link. Let me look and see. Maybe I'm talking too much and I can't see if anybody hit it. Because I can talk. Right, Keita. I'm telling you, I'm like the last time, when I did that live I think it was the other Friday, I had addressed some people. And I'm like, y'all really do not know me. But like I say, don't let the lace front and the nails fool you, baby. Don't. Because that can mess anybody up anytime. That can mess anybody up. Okay, I can't even picture bringing that side out. I know everyone got a limit. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you were here the last time, really, when I some things came out and I had to, I restrained myself a lot, even though I let a little out, because I realized that I'm a lady. And number one, I can't be walking around saying, hey, I'm a believer and I'm acting like the devil. You know what I'm saying? So I have to kind of restrain myself. But that other girl is still there. That Delisha is still there, y'all. I know I only just joined, but keep being you. Thank you. Thank you so much. For real, they life changing. Right. So y'all need to hit this link. Well, where you at, CEO? Let's go. Worldwide, come up here. Strong morals. Thank you. Worldwide, you can come up here, Keita. I never heard you talk on a chat panel before. Hey, Worldwide. No, this is not Worldwide. This is Ice Cream Man. This is No Limit. How you doing, sweetie?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. I guess it's just gonna be me and you interviewing. I don't know why they ain't hitting the panel. I had a couple of people I reached out to. Anybody else? Cheeky? Y'all want to come up?
Interview?
Huh?
I thought we was having a discussion. What you mean interview?
No, not an interview. I said, what did I say? No, I'm really trying to have a discussion with some men and women. And I wanted some more men and some women to come up here. Let's see. Who else was supposed to come up here? Realist, you said you might come up here. Liz, you want to come up? I don't know if y'all still here. But I'm just going to talk a little bit about relationships and what it looks like today in this world and stuff like that. You said,
Interesting.
Chiki says, I'm trying. I can go on and uh, never been on before though. Okay. Well, you can come up if you would like to, Mr. Worldwide. But let's just me and you talk, Ice Cream Man, and we'll wait for somebody brave enough to come up with us and join us.
Is
I
that what it
want,
is?
yes, somebody brave enough. You were the brave one, so thank you so much for being brave. Um, a lot of people don't like talking about relationships, and I know I was talking to someone. They said, "Oh, I do not want to talk about love," and I thought that was pretty interesting. So. Why do you think that some people don't like talking about love?
It could be a touchy issue at times. It depends on your past experiences when you tried to look for love.
Mhm.
Granted, you have different people, different personalities, so you just got to find the right combination that works for you.
Mhm. Okay.
In doing so, you could encounter some things that have a negative impact on you to the point where you don't even want to look for love anymore.
Right, right.
So you got
Just,
to, it may fall in your hands,
mhm.
be patient. That blessing might come to you.
Okay.
But I mean, speaking for myself, I mean, I really don't. It's not a problem. I'm not looking,
Uh-huh.
but if it happens, then I'm willing to give it a try.
Okay.
I'm
That's
not
pretty
opposed
good.
to it.
So you're open-minded. To
Always,
to
always.
answer Mr. Worldwide, the link is in the chat, and I also have it pinned right up at the top of the chat. So you can just touch the StreamYard link, and it will direct you right to me. Okay. I said, I sound like a real Texas girl, rat, rat to me. But anyway, yeah, and you can also ask me questions too, since I'm the only female up here. You can you can ask me, I mean, lady up here. You can ask me as well, any question.
Okay,
Um,
so I see what Liz B. Journey just said. Some don't know what love actually is. So it depends
right,
on your definition.
right, Liz, you ought to hit the link. Um, you know what? I can truly say that I don't think I've ever been in love. I think I've had a lot of infatuations, but I've never been in love, which is weird, right? But then again, I wonder, like Liz said, if I did see it, if I experienced it, but I didn't know what it was. I don't know. I think about that sometimes. Like,
Timing is everything. So if you do have that experience and you're not at a good place in life at the moment,
mhm,
then it's not going to work. So, adjust accordingly. Now, maybe on down the line after you make those adjustments, and I mean, it's a lot of factors that play into it, like your economic status, your
yeah,
stability. If you're able to be dedicated and give that time to the other individual,
mhm,
and then your maturity level. So if you're not there in mind, body, and soul, then you're not going to be able to, you know, accomplish that goal of finding love. At least that's my perspective.
yeah. Did you ever think that you probably made some bad decisions to where you missed out on somebody that really could have been good for you?
Plenty, plenty.
Can you tell me an example of that?
I don't know. Put it out in put it out in the atmosphere like that. Okay, you know what? I'll try. Um,
Yeah, too.
I can answer that with the question. Now let me
Okay.
ask you this first. Okay, so somebody could be loyal, dedicated, willing to give you the world, but you're taking it at face value. So let me ask you this.
Mhm.
Are you familiar with the show Family Matters? Steve Urkel,
Oh yeah,
Laura,
that was my show
and
back
their
in the
love
day.
story.
Yeah.
So if you have the opportunity to be with someone like Steve Urkel, who's love and dedicated, busts his ass every day, willing to give you the world, and then you
Uh-huh.
got somebody like Blueface, somebody who's out there, somebody who gets around like Tupac,
Uh-huh.
bad reputation. I mean, which way would you lean towards? Because we're going off face value, not from an emotional standpoint of commitment or what the person could do and far as building with them. You know what I mean? Because
Mhm.
that's what they're doing nowadays is they're basing everything off what they see with their eyes, not from the heart.
Mhm.
So
Right.
that's a question. That's a question. Would you more be inclined to engage with the Steve Urkel or with the Blueface?
When I was younger, I would say Blueface. Like in
Right.
my late teens, early 20s, right? As I get older and I mature in some areas, I want somebody not like Steve Urkel. I'm not I'm sorry, I can't handle it. But I do want somebody, he don't have to be he might be considered a square, right? I would I would rather be with somebody that's like that, that's more stable than someone that's I guess the bad boy. When you're
Now,
younger, the bad boy is cute, that's it's
exactly.
exciting. Hey meal ticket, how you doing, sweetie? The bad boy is exciting. But when you get older, you want somebody that really is for you, that's really got your back at the end of the day. And I think that's just about people maturing. And then sometimes when you mature, sometimes in life, your taste in men and women change. At least it
That,
should.
that's the key word you just pointed out, like I said earlier, maturity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, you're saying that Blueface appealing opposed to Steve Urkel. So you wouldn't have to worry about Steve Urkel taking penitentiary chances, leaving you for a certain amount of time where you would have to support them while they're away.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying that even at your mature stage, you would still go with the Blueface type who may have you suffer a little bit of agony, stressing on him coming home, being away from you for a while, maybe seeing
Right.
somebody else. So you don't know if he's actually committed to you 100%. As you know, Steve Urkel will give you all his heart and soul.
Exactly. So which one would you consider to be? Would you consider to be a Steve Urkel or a Blueface?
Neither one. The guy that you see on the screen, Master P.
You would consider yourself to be Master P? What? I'm lost.
So we're gonna speak like we're talking about maturity, right?
Right.
So if you remember, Master P started out, he was hustling. Um, he got to where he needed to be to the point where he didn't have to hustle anymore. So he gradually matured over time.
Mm-hmm.
So what is Master P doing now? Him and Snoop are in business together. They're pushing food products, cereal, oatmeal, trying to give back.
Right.
So, while you're younger, you like to party, try to find your way, feel things out, see what's going on in life. And then as you get older, you want to settle down because you're kind of like getting tired. You've had those experiences and it's come and gone. So you kind of appreciate things more as you get older.
Okay.
And so that's how I look at Master P. Like he already endured those trials and tribulations. Now he has children. He's trying to show them the ropes. And that's pretty much the role I'm in now.
Well, I would rather have a Master P then. I don't want no Steve Urkel. I'm not gonna lie. Now I like the Steve Urkel's stability, the stableness of it, but being with someone like that, but at the end of the
You
day,
still
I
got
want
that.
some.
You still got that. Something that appeals to the eye. So it's
Yeah,
not
I
all
mean,
about.
I
It's
want to
not
be.
all about their mentality or
Well, it
commitment.
is. Like I said, I want somebody with A
Total package.
mentality.
You
Well,
want a total
I'm
package.
not asking for anything perfect because I'm not at the end of the day, right? But I want somebody with a good mentality, and but I also want someone that I'm attracted to. Um, and
Most
like I
definitely.
said, beauty is skin deep, right? We already know that, but you got to have somebody you attracted to. I for me, hey, King me, how you doing? Anybody can hit my panel, my boy meal ticket if you would like to hit it. I know you probably don't want to, but King me, you can come up. Anybody can come up, okay? Yeah. So I kind of would
I'm,
want somebody
I'm
that's been there, done it, but they're settled in life. They've matured. They know what they want, and they're ready to settle down. You know.
I'm
Um,
different. I'm cut different. But I mean, nowadays, if you want stability, if you want to match the energy of the person that you're with,
mhm.
I'm gonna give you another example. Oprah or Kim Kardashian. I'll probably go with Oprah.
Okay. And why?
You know,
Why would you go with
stable. She's
say?
able to hold her own. You know, I'm saying both of them could hold their own, but it's perception could play a role too. The way
Mhm.
people perceive them and their image, reputation. You know, you don't want to be with somebody who's gonna attract negativity to you. You know, you want to
Mhm.
be comfortable with them, go places if you like being out in public, have a public image.
Okay.
You know, you don't want the paparazzi coming around spreading false narratives. You know, you want to be able to enjoy yourself with that person out in the world, live life, be happy.
Exactly. That's
You
what
know,
I'm saying. Yeah, I need someone also that I can have a good time with. I don't like anybody that's stuffy. Like I want to be able because I like to dance. So I want to be able to be with somebody that I can go dancing with. Um I don't know. I just feel like whoever you be with should bring the best out of you and you bring the best out of that person. Another question
most
I want
definitely.
to ask about, because some men have I guess it just depends on the relationship with a woman. How long do you think you should start sleeping with someone? Because some people, now this is on the some spiritual basis, some people won't sleep with someone until they get married. Some people say what is that? Steve Harvey had that book. I think it was 90 days. Some people wait 90 days. Some people just wait until they feel that it's right. And then some people they just like if it feels good at that time, I'm sleep with you on the first night.
Hmm.
What you think about that? What type of woman would like to be with? Would it be someone that gives it up easily or somebody that wait makes you wait a little bit?
If you get with somebody that gives it up on the first day, she for the streets. So that's not somebody I could take home to meet mom, dad, whoever, my kids, none of that. So I'm gonna just treat them how they come.
Hmm.
Now, me personally, I mean, to each his or that her own. What I would do is, if I'm trying to build, if I'm trying to settle, I'm gonna let it play out. I ain't gonna rush it. I'm gonna get to know who you is, because you know every situation has a honeymoon phase. So
Right.
everything is cool in the beginning. You feeling each other out. Now
Mhm.
over time, once you get settled and you get to know each other's habits and ways, you know things could kind of turn a little bit. So I'm not going to engage with somebody because if you think about it, if you jump in on the first night and then you end up having kids, you're not mature and protecting everything.
Mhm.
You have kids, you could go through bad custody situations. You know, you could go through bad breakups, trying to hurt each other. So to avoid all that, you want to be smart and let things play out. You got to be safe about it. Never rush it.
Right, right. You have to be safe. So you would want somebody that would wait a little bit, right?
Definitely.
Okay. I had a situation, and I don't know if some men are aware of how they come across, and some women are not aware of how they come across. But it was a situation to where, I don't know what it is about some men, like they want to come to your house, but they don't want you. They never invite you to their house. But then when they're like, okay, well, I want to come to your house, and I'm like, no, that's cool. We can meet. Well, can we go Dutch?
Let me ask you this. So, what type of individual are you speaking of? Are you talking about somebody that's thugging in the streets? Or are you talking
Uh-uh.
about somebody that's in a suit and tie?
Well, I would say more in a suit and tie, but they since that person doesn't want them to come back to their house, I guess they want to smash, right? So if they want to smash and you ain't trying to smash because you don't even know if you like this person like that, and then they say, well, okay, well, we can meet somewhere. Do you mind going Dutch? That's a red flag, don't you think?
I mean, they don't want to have no type of growth with you. So they want to stick
Exactly.
and move. They want to stick and move.
Stick and move. And that's what I'm seeing a lot of today. People are so quick to want to come to your house. And it's like, well, no, we ain't. I don't know. Maybe I gave you the wrong impression that I was a stick and move kind of gal. But I wanted to know your ideal, like what did you think about that? Because I see that often, I hear that often, just from maybe other girlfriends, or you talk to your cousins, and and I wonder, is okay, well, if if you're asking me out as a friend, like to go out as a friend, but you if I don't give you what you want, then we need to go Dutch. That's, to me, is like, yeah, I'm not really feeling that.
And from
And I
talking,
think, well, I think as women and men, you need to have set of standards. Like, either that's something that you will, you like, or you don't mind. But if you have standards, just be like, no, that's not what I'm looking for.
true.
hmm
So
And
as you
that's
know,
one of the other things I was going to ask you. How do you know, besides of what I just said, how do you know if a man just wants to smash, or if a man just really is feeling you and he really wants to get to know you? Like, how do you really know the difference?
so let this play in the factor. How long have you known the individual before it
Mm-hmm.
got to that point?
Mm-hmm.
And two, how do you present yourself to these individuals? So from an appearance standpoint, like how's your dress code? Are you revealing to them to where they like based off what they see in you, or are you having a conversation and giving them some intellect, so they can see the way your mind works?
Mm-hmm.
That's a
Yeah.
question. So when you interact with men, what are they paying attention? What catches their attention from the get go? Is it what they
Um,
see?
I don't know, for me. I can't say for me, because I'm trying to not be focused in on me. But I would just say, I know for me, I dress according to how I feel. Now, I don't dress revealing, um, like some women, but I dress in when I dress, however my figure is, that's just how it comes about, if that makes sense. Like,
I mean, you
however you're
comfortable with what
shaped.
you're wearing.
Yeah, however you shape, like people can see how you shape, right? So you can't hide it. I could go to church and wear like a nice loose dress. If you have a shape, it's still going to show, okay? But some people might take that, if they see that you're shapely. I remember back in the day, if you were really shapely, older people thought you were messing around,
Hmm.
that you were having sex and stuff like that, when you were just developing at a rapid rapid growth rate, or you were shapely.
So let me kick it to you like this. Now, me and you talk on and off,
Hmm.
YouTube. And, I got a lot of female friends that I interact with. So they see how I am on a day to day basis and they see that, I have self control. So they can dress however they please around me. And then they don't have to worry about, me being aggressive towards them because we cool, we got time in, we know how each other work.
Right.
But say if me and you were to engage with one another, say we're at the beginning stages, and I'm looking at you based on the avatar picture that you have on screen now.
Hmm.
I'm looking like, okay, yeah, she nice. She working with something cool. Hmm. But I'm gonna go based on how you act. Now, if
Okay.
I see you being too nice and you don't have a brain, if I see that you bubbly, giggly, you laugh at everything I say, if you like real up on me, touchy, feely, okay, I'm like, maybe you ready to throw it. You ready to throw it at me, so I ain't got to put too much
Yeah.
work in it. Okay, if that's the case, then I'm gonna run over your ass, plain and
Right.
simple. You know what I'm saying? So give
Right.
me a conversation. Tell me what you got going on in your life. What can you bring
Uh-huh.
to the table? I'm gonna tell you what I got going on with myself, what I'm bringing to the table. If we can lay a foundation, we could build together. Cool.
Uh-huh.
But if you ain't bringing shit, if you ain't got shit to offer, if you on some goofy shit, man, I'm gonna stick and move. Plain and simple.
Right. Some good. And you can pretty much tell by talking to a person if they kind of like they on some foolishness or they really have a conversation, that you be like, okay, I can probably talk to this person for more than an hour, maybe. Or, but some folks I talk to, I'm like, damn, they kind of boring a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I lose interest in people real quick. I noticed that too. I don't know what that's all about, but
Remember this.
I need somebody more intellectual stimulating. Most I don't know what's going on, but some of these men you meet, and just people in general, you have having a conversation with them, and you totally like lost. Like, what are we talking about? They have nothing to talk about, and you trying to pull. It's like when you do try to have a conversation with people, it's like pulling teeth to get a conversation. So I know for me, I like more people and well men that are more intellectual stimulating than rather someone that they're just kind of basic. They don't have anything to talk about but sex or sports
I was
or
getting to that too. I was just going to touch on that. So education is key. If
mhm,
I can engage with somebody who knows about some things that I've never encountered in life, or like, when I was going to school, I never took chemistry.
mhm,
I never took like calculus. Teach me something that I'm not familiar with.
right,
Feed my mind, and then I'm
mhm,
gonna feed you. So if we feeding
exactly,
each other, we both staying full.
right, right. Okay, yeah, I like that. So what causes people? Well, I know for I'm gonna just ask you in your time of dating, if you've ever been unfaithful, what caused you to be unfaithful to the person that you were with?
Damn, you really want me to get into that?
I really do, because I'm trying to have an open and like I said, anybody can join the
You know what?
conversation. The
Okay,
link is
okay.
in
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Hey, yo, chat.
there.
Hey, hey, don't throw no tomatoes at me when I say this, right?
Uh-huh.
But Lord help me.
Lord Jesus, help him.
Okay, so I didn't have to cheat because if there was another woman, the woman that I'm with,
Uh-huh.
I would engage them together. So it would be like nothing is behind the back. They would know about what's going on. They're
Uh-huh.
familiar with each other. So no, it's not. no being slick, nothing being sneaky. They know about each other. We
Right.
could all engage together if that's how we chose to get out. You
Wait
know?
a minute. So you talking about having threesomes? uh-huh.
I mean, the thing is that if the woman that I'm with, is willing to entertain that, then that's what it's gonna be. So if she cool with it, good. If she not cool with it, then I'm not gonna, be some slick nigga, you know what I'm saying, trying to
Uh-huh.
creep and get caught up and then, she try to, you know, lay the hammer down on me and all that. So nah. Never had no
Ladies,
infidelity. Never no
ladies,
infidelity issues.
look, ladies, yeah, we got a player up here. Look, Leah said, "Okay, player." we got a
No.
we got a smooth operator up here, honey. Girl, let me tell y'all about CEO, honey. Hey, Justinese, just hey,
Let me say it like this, right?
ice cream.
Based on what you're working with,
uh-huh.
some people have a choice, some people don't have a choice. So some people have to accept what's given to them.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you like that and you have a choice on who or what you choose to engage with, then you winning. I mean, I was blessed to be winning. So I mean, I don't
Okay.
complain, but I don't push the
Okay.
envelope. So I don't get too greedy. I don't try to go that extra mile where I'm like making myself hot or bringing tension or
Mm-hmm.
trying to mess up the happy home. You know what I'm saying? I like that well-oiled machine.
Yes,
I don't try to
indeed.
rattle the cage.
Okay. So you can ask me any questions too, because like I said, we just discussing. So you can ask
I
me a
can ask
question.
you anything. I
Hmm?
can ask you anything.
Well,
I can ask
yeah.
you
If it
anything.
if and this is for both of us. If it go a little far, I might be let's pass that one. Okay, you can go ahead.
You know, now this is kind of like it's goofy to me, but they say you're not supposed to ask a woman her age. So I got the impression that you was like in your late 20s. So am I correct or no? Are you
we
in your
ain't
20s, 30s?
I'm
Yeah.
not in my late 20s though. But
Okay.
we but
So
we but we not doing that.
no, it's like,
we
what
not
are your values? What are your values? What is it that you value the most? What are you looking for in life far as for relationship?
I'm
Are you
looking
looking for a relationship? Are you
I'm
just
looking
looking
for
for somebody?
someone. Well, this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for someone that I can really connect with mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I don't know if that's possible to have that with those three, but I'm really looking for someone that has some of the core beliefs that I have, like um just how they see commitment. In this day and time, people don't really take commitment very seriously. I
It's the
really
world we
want
live in.
someone I can grow with in a lot of ways. Like that old saying, you want to grow old with somebody. I want to have somebody, like I said before, that I can actually have a conversation with without getting bored.
Okay, so let me go here. What are your key attributes that will make someone want to build or have something with you? So, what about you stands out, if anything?
I
Why
would
choose you? What's special about Selena?
I would say, let's see. See, this was supposed to be a open panel. Y'all niggas got me up here. Oh my god, by myself with ice cream man. Okay, what makes me Selena? I would say my genuineness. And my friends can contest to that. My real friends that actually know me. Um, I would say my genuineness makes me
I
stand out.
feel that. You see, I said that earlier, right?
Yeah,
I
I
feel
think
that.
my genuineness, if I really like you and rock with you, I really do. Like I have no ulterior motives. Um, I have nothing that I want to gain from you besides maybe love, affection, um, and kindness. Um, let's see.
Willing
I
to
would,
start a family down the line?
yes, I would like to have my own little family. I would. Hey, IDK. I would like to have my own family. And another thing that stands out about me, I am outspoken. So if there's something that believe in, there's something that I stand on, I'm not afraid to say how I feel or what I stand on. So I have strong convictions and I'm outspoken when need to be.
So being overly aggressive, that
No, I'm
can
assertive. I'm not aggressive.
gotcha. And you know that religion and politics are deal breakers. So gotta be
Right.
careful with that too.
Right. But I have to be, even if I disagree with a person, I have to be able to have a conversation with them without us falling out. That's a part of life and having relationships. You're not always going to agree with a person. But if you can agree to disagree, and you can work through those things, you might actually have something, right?
That's for real. That's for real. Now
You
let
know?
me ask you this.
Hmm.
What qualities are you looking for in a man?
I would say someone that is a hard worker, that isn't a man that, you know, does not work, but he has ambition. Um,
Stability,
yeah, he is a guy that has like is a purpose driven person. Like he just don't
optimistic,
do anything and everything just because somebody else is doing it, or he
ambitious.
has a purpose on everything that he does. And someone that has strong convictions about what he feel is right and what he feel is wrong. A lot of these
Okay.
people now, they like the win. They go any and everywhere. So I want a true leader.
So you're telling me you haven't found that, come across that, or seen that quality in someone?
I have, but I was young, so I don't know if I missed it. I was like in my late teens. So I'm thinking, well, maybe I thought I saw it, but maybe I didn't. But I would say I've seen it in some people, not necessarily somebody for me, but I've seen it in some people. I have just never had that.
Gotcha.
Hmm.
Now let
Yeah.
me throw a curveball at you.
Oh Lord.
I'm hetero, so I love women, only women. So
Yeah.
how about you? You hetero?
Yes, indeed.
Strictly, huh?
Very much so. But I
Gotcha.
don't have anything against anybody else. It's not. So let's just be clear on that. Hmm. What's your question?
You just answered it.
Oh, that's it.
That was it. Simple. I keep it simple.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, guys, I thought, what's his name?
Where
Kick me.
Chicky at?
I
Where
thought.
Cece at?
What you say?
Where Chicky and Cece? Where QT at?
He's not. She's tried to come up here, but Denise, I don't know if you would like to come up here on my panel. I know she's like, girl, no. Hey, Arabia. I'm sure Arabia would like to come up. The panel, it's an open
I'll let
panel.
y'all have
Kimi,
that.
I thought Kimi was coming up. Gartrell, you never came up before. You welcome. Like I said, this is an open panel. I want y'all guys to come up. It makes it more fun when we have more people up here. But I am enjoying this conversation though. So
A different perspective.
yeah, it's a different perspective. So on some of the things that I talked about, like, what do you think about it? What I was saying. Do you feel like I'm full of crap, or do you actually feel like I'm genuine about what I'm saying?
You genuine, but you got your set standards. So, you got the qualities that you're looking for. And see, myself, if they don't meet it, then I won't engage it.
Okay. Okay.
Got to
Hey,
be safe and
Arabia,
sound.
don't you come up here with no foolish.
And I just come to show my love and respect and give love to the panel and shout out to the chat.
Shout out to Arabia. Shout out to the chat. I like when she say that. That's so funny to me.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm so glad that. So, how you doing today, Arabia?
I'm in a pretty good mood.
You
Better than
are.
what I was.
Oh, Arabia. Maybe I could ask you. Have you ever been in love?
Huh?
Have you ever been in love?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
So, how did it feel to you? How did it seem to you? I'm trying to get a understanding of how you knew you were in love.
Well, I'm gonna tell you how I knew. Because every time I was around that person, I would get butterflies on my stomach. I would start giggling and smiling, and I would do everything I could to be around that person.
Hmm.
Basically, I became a people pleaser when I was in love. Hmm.
But
That
how do
person,
you know that wasn't just infatuation?
you know what, Selena, I'm glad you asked that question because all everything I just described is what a young person does, not someone that's 50 years old or 30 years old. They
Hmm.
don't do that.
Hmm.
So I never was in love on a mature level. It was immature. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So it is what it is. I'm sorry, I couldn't answer the question.
No, that's fine. I just want you to just be yourself. Yeah, because I just wanted to know. I'm curious about it. So I'm asking people their thoughts on it, you
Are
know?
you in love with someone?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Mm-mm,
All
not.
right.
I like I told Ice Cream Man, I've never been in love.
You never been in love?
No, I've been infatuated with someone or or someone's, but I can't really say that I've actually really loved or been in love with someone. No, I can't.
Oh, I see. I see. I understand.
Yeah, it's really weird, but I guess to say that, but um I really just, to me, I wondered if I did feel it. I just didn't know it, But then I think about it, I said, no, if you in love with somebody, you probably would know who, if you were in love with someone, right?
Well, for me, I'm speaking for myself. Like I just be like try to be like totally understanding of the person, and I put up with their bullshit and stuff like that. So I guess that might be a part of it. I don't know. To be honest, I really don't know.
Exactly. I don't think a lot of people know what being in love is. I really just don't. I really believe that. I could be wrong, but I feel like a lot of people have mixed up being in love with someone and being infatuated with someone.
Oh.
Because if you love somebody, it's like a deeper level. You're willing to sacrifice some of your wants or your needs to appease someone else.
Yeah, that's
That's
what
what
I
I
meant.
think, but I could be wrong.
That's what it is.
Hey, King Me.
What up? What up? What up?
So we're in this discussion about all of this stuff, and I just want to know some of you, maybe your opinions on things. Have you ever been in love, King?
No,
Okay, so I'm not alone. Hmm.
no. I think having love for somebody and being in love with a person is two completely different things. Um,
Correct.
in my opinion,
I
I
do
know
too.
people. Some people see it differently, and some
Now,
people have different.
what's
But
your difference?
um, I feel like when you love a person, there are certain things that you do, you say. Um, there are certain things that you will allow. Um, but being in love to me is you just start accepting those things.
Hmm.
Um, it's something as simple as me and you getting a disagreement about something, or I leave.
I don't know. It could be so I could leave a door open or leave something on the floor, whatever it is.
Hmm.
When you love a person, you might, I love you, but I'm not there yet. It's just certain things you ignore. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You're just like, yeah, that's not a big deal because I'm in love with this person. So now it's just, all right, that's a shirt, that's a door. It's not a big deal anymore. But in the beginning phases, when you start to develop those certain things, like you still might say something. So it's it's what you accept versus what you deal with. I might put up with something, I might deal with something, but now I'm accepting of it.
Hmm.
I ain't talking about cheating.
Right.
I ain't talking about, you know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about that extreme. I'm just talking about just surface material things.
So
Mm.
why do you think you haven't been ever been in love? What do you think stops you?
Uh, Honestly, I could just say career.
Okay.
Um, but that's self-inflicted.
Okay.
That's not because um you have to open yourself up to even be in that situation.
Uh-huh.
To, to want to be loved, to accept it. So if you haven't opened yourself up to that, then I mean, I know people say, "Oh, it just came out of nowhere," but you still had to have a level of, about yourself that was open to receive the love or to express it, and for y'all to be on the same page about what you wanted to do going forward.
Right. Right.
So,
That's pretty interesting. Capital C, how you doing, sweetie? You can come up on I have an open panel. What do you think about that ice cream man? What do you think? What he was saying? Is there a difference between well, I know you said you've been in love before, but is there a difference to you between being in love with someone and just loving somebody? Are you still there?
who you asking?
I was asked the ice cream because
Okay, I
Oh,
hit the wrong. Yeah, I'm back. So it's a
Okay.
different. It's a
what
difference,
the hell's
though.
going
You know
on
what
with
I'm
Yeah,
saying?
ice cream.
Yeah, it's a difference though, because you could love your mom and your kids, and that's a different kind of love as opposed to loving a woman or a companion.
right.
mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I can love a woman, not be in love, but like I said, I done had plenty of experiences, and it takes time. So, don't want to make the same mistake twice. So, I definitely learn from the first mistake,
Mm-hmm.
and I have to see where they're coming from. So, really, the ball is in their court. So
Okay.
if they know that if they know that I'm willing to go there with them, then they see that I'm all in. But
Right.
I don't have to prove myself at that point because I told you. So now I have to see where you're coming from, and I have to watch your movement, you
Mm-hmm.
know, to see if
That's,
that plays into my program and what I'm trying to do.
that's a
Okay.
fact.
So
Hmm.
if we can't meet on common ground, I mean, it's like, what are we doing? We wasting each other's time. But at the
Right.
same time, it's a learning experience moving forward. So, we can, if we have that experience again, we already know what time it is.
Exactly. Hmm.
But it would be unfortunate if we do waste each other's time because we could have put that time and energy into something else.
Or someone else.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty. That's really good that you said that. I know for me, I think the reason why I have not ever been in love is because, hey, Miss Coco, because I had a wall up for a while. I didn't even realize I had it up until maybe a couple of years ago, and it was a wall that I had up so high. It was it was crazy that I couldn't see it, but other people could see it around me. Even though I was nice and I was friendly, but I would only let a person go so far with me. And I didn't understand why until recently that I had some things that I had not gotten over that caused me to be very guarded with people. And I think you have to be just a little bit guarded because people are crazy now. So you don't really know who is who sometimes. It's a lot of wolves and sheep clothing. So you may think
Definitely.
you're meeting a great person and this person may be the devil. So you do have to be careful, but you can't be so guarded where you don't let nobody in.
Okay, so I have another question for you
Hmm.
since you're touching on that. So, since you're not married, since you're not in a relationship, do you ever have the urge?
The urge to
What?
have a relationship.
No, your sexual appetite. Do
Oh
you ever
yeah,
have a
we're
craving?
yeah, we're human, right? I'm human. At the end of the day, I want everything. I want everything that any other person would want that's normal or healthy in their mind of wanting great sex, good food, good drinks. I mean,
So,
I'm a human.
so
So
do
and
you?
mhm.
So, in order for you to experience that, are you going to wait until you're married, or doesn't matter?
You know, that's requiring me to be very transparent. Just
Hmm.
don't know if I want to
Yep.
answer that.
Yep.
Um, I'm gonna plead the fifth.
Okay.
I'm gonna plead the fifth on that. But whatever I do, it's gonna be with purpose. I don't go out there. I don't believe it's wise to just go out there and give your body to whomever just because you feel the need to get that itch, with the itch scratched.
I
Is
mean,
that
they
the
do
right?
have alternatives for things like that. So,
Nah. But I will say, um, my plan is to. I would like to take my time, not take my time where I am old and gray, but I would like to take my time getting to know somebody before I gave myself to someone, if that makes sense. Hey, style by here, meekness. How are you doing? That's okay, sweetie.
and see, that's respectable, but we got to remember time is of the essence too.
Right, but I have to have someone that understands that doesn't try to rush me. That's the thing.
So,
I have to have somebody like-minded enough to know that, hey, let's just take it slow, even though we want to. But sometimes when you sleep with people beforehand, you miss a lot of red flags because you
no
already
doubt.
slept with that person.
Right.
And then when you create soul ties with people, you're blinded by some things that you probably would have saw if you didn't sleep with someone. I'm just
But
saying.
do you pay attention to the trend nowadays? Like what's going on in the world? See, like, I mean, at least from my point of view, it's like marriage isn't a big thing anymore. You know what I mean? It's a lot of broken homes, bad relationships, everybody getting around like Tupac. So it's not no big thing about dedication anymore.
It's not, but that's why you have to find somebody that's like-minded, like that, or that wants what you want.
Right.
Because
And I
I
understand
know
that. But what if you never find that? Are you comfortable with your situation being that way moving forward?
I'm
Just being
comfortable.
alone.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm comfortable with that. I mean, I don't want it all the time, because we are human. I feel like we need other people, you know. But at the same time, I'm secure enough with myself and I enjoy myself where I still will have a life, whether I have a man or not. But it would be a great thing to have someone that you can connect with. But if not, I'm okay still. Hey, Larry. But I can't deny that, I'm human, right? And I do want that connection with another individual. But if I don't get it, I'm at peace with me. Arabia, do you have anything you wanted to say on that?
I was just listening because this is a deep I don't hear no conversations like this on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Not on this sector, but this is unusual.
Oh, yeah, it is
It's
pretty
offended.
unusual. And then, like I said, I'm being a little transparent more than I have ever been. This is not going to be all the time because
Same here.
I know that on this app, people take your information and do and turn it around and all this kind of weird stuff. But I do want to be transparent so you can understand that this is a real person behind an avatar. It's not somebody that's just you know, with the lace front and nails.
No doubt.
This is a person. And I think behind each and every avatar, of course, there is a real person that has real feelings, that has real
Mhm.
situations,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I don't want to. I don't. I'm not trying to bore anybody because, like I said, I want to really have fun in this conversation. So let me ask you this question. I think I asked Ice Cream Man. I'm gonna have to ask Arabia and King Me. So King Me, would you be okay with waiting um to have intercourse with someone that you really was, you really liked or you really was in love with while you're dating or courting her?
I think
Or
I think everybody is okay with waiting. I don't think that's the issue. I think the issue is kind of what uh, what's bro name
ice
at the
cream?
top, ice cream.
Uh-huh.
It's similar to what kind of what he was saying. He was asking like dedication is not that big of a deal and all of that. But that's I mean that's subjective. That's kind of what you make it. Realistically speaking, you don't have to conform to anything that you don't want to conform to.
Right.
And just because everybody else is doing something a certain way, and I know everybody on this panel and everybody in the chat that heard this, and it's gonna sound cliche and it's gonna sound like the same shit we done already heard.
Mhm.
Social media done fucked up a lot of people's perception of what a good relationship is.
Right, right.
That's a fact. Most
Because
definitely.
you basically living like let's for argument's sake say we all single. You know what I'm saying? Like man, I just can't find a good person, or I want a certain type of relationship, and then what you do? You go on Instagram, you go on Facebook, you go on Twitter, whatever, and you seeing all this shit. Damn, I want something like that.
Mhm.
Now, I don't know if y'all know this or not, and the people in the chat, y'all can tell me if y'all done heard it before. I got a couple friends that have done that, and they make some good money doing it. Some of the pictures and some of the stuff people be seeing, they get paid to do that.
Okay.
They get paid
Mm.
to put up those marketing those it's like a partnership with like Instagram. It's a partnership with Twitter where you get paid to just like you know like the vacation stuff or like the picnic stuff and all of that. You get paid for that. People get like
Marketing.
they get paid. Yeah, it's marketing. They get paid for it. So now
Right.
what you're doing is you comparing your real life to something that you see, on Facebook. It's like taking pictures. But how many times you done took 14, 15 pictures before you
Mhm.
found one that you really, really like and you done filtered the shit out of it. Now you done posted it because the other 13, they weren't to your satisfaction. So now
Facts.
everybody
Facts.
looking at you like this. This is who they think you are, but they didn't see the other 13, 14, 15 pictures that you done already deleted or that you just didn't think were good enough or filtered enough to put for everybody to see.
Right.
Yo, King, I'm finna take a shot at somebody. That's that blonde chick.
Who is that?
That blonde chick. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Be nice. Be nice. I don't know.
I'm gonna
Oh,
leave that. I'm gonna leave that there. You are, hey, but nah. But my point is like everybody is okay with waiting. I think it's just like years back, right when the when the C-19 thing was going on,
mhm.
and people were, they was getting rid of their memberships, and everybody was leaving, and this and that.
Mhm.
And one of the things is with where I was up north at the time, before I moved back down here, and so with that gym, they had what they called 2 month minimums.
Mhm.
So basically, what a 2 month minimum was is, all right, I'm gonna give you, you have to lock yourself in for these 2 months.
Right.
After the 2 months, it's month to month after that. So I had to provide enough value for you to want to continue to work with me. But these 2 months right here, these locked in. You already paid for that. But now, have I provided enough value with you within these 2 months for you to continue to want to fool with me going forward? It's the
Okay.
same thing in the type of relationship. So when you say, "Am I okay with waiting?" It's like, okay, what am I looking for? If I'm just trying to, if I'm just like, oh, what? If I'm just trying to get in and get out, then it ain't nothing. We're not really talking about nothing. We ain't talking about no relationship.
Right.
That's not really happening. But if I see enough value in you to want to continue to go forward with you, then that shouldn't be my focus. It sounds unrealistic, and it probably is at this point in time because everybody, but you can't put no time limit on that. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen.
You are so correct. Um, let me see. My girl Justinice came up here. Now, this is my real friend. Um, she is a she's just been a blessing to me. And I got my girl styled by her meekness up here. Okay, let me get you up here. Let me see. Okay, Justinice, girl, this is new for you.
I know, right? I know, right? You know, I don't jump on panels. I'm behind the
Wow.
scenes.
What can you add to this conversation? Now I know you've been in love. You're in love now, so you give me a lot of advice. Thank
Like,
you for the cash app, sweetie.
what do you want to know? I mean, I know we talk. I mean, you talk behind the scenes.
Yeah. I wanted to know from a woman's standpoint,
Mhm,
do you believe in waiting to have intercourse? Like when I say waiting, I'm not
mhm,
saying you don't have like wait until marriage, but
right.
do you believe that if you do it too early with someone, like you become intimate with someone, it sometimes can damage your relationship, or maybe you'll overlook red flags? What do you feel about it? Is it ever too early?
I think it really it depends. I
Hi,
mean,
Mario.
it depends on the person. I mean, technically for me, I wouldn't mind waiting. It has to be right.
Right.
But for some people, it's different. Sometimes they can feel it right at that moment. You know, sometimes it might take a week, 2 weeks, a month, but it just really all depends. It depends
Okay.
on both people on how they feel.
On how they feel. Okay.
Hmm.
So I know for you and me, we're not one night stand girls. So
No, no,
um but some people don't find anything wrong with that.
right.
What do you think about that, Meek? What's your how do you feel about that?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, no, I was kidding. I'm cool. I don't. I've come to a place where um, my last serious relationship was 2016. It ended,
Mhm.
and I went on for 3 years on a journey of just healing and learning myself and ridding myself of things that I felt hindered me in not only relationships but life as well, with decision making and not being able to see things that I need to see when choosing people. How we sometimes attract the same thing. I come to believe that we attract um we are a direct reflection of who we attract. So to me it was a thing of healing from the inside out and removing those things that I think kept attracting those things that were not good for me. I
Okay.
abstained for 5 years,
Okay.
and I entered into what I thought was going to be a relationship, and I went there by choice. It was cool, it was good, but he wasn't it.
Mhm.
But I didn't continue on in that relationship, like in hopes it would get better. Sometimes we brush
Right.
off those things. After that journey, my red flag radar is high beam. I'm
Mhm.
at the point now where in the last, I'll say 2 years, I've been with 2 men.
Wow.
Well, yeah, about 2.5 years. And now I'm back to abstaining. So I'm okay with waiting, because I'm at the point now when I meet a guy within the second conversation, I know if I'm even going to date you. And, I'm not overlooking a lot of things that I used to overlook. And I don't think anything's wrong with waiting. I don't think anything's wrong with a person choosing to do it on the first night. That's their choice. But like you were saying, those soul ties are real. And a lot of people don't realize soul ties aren't just physical. They are also verbal as well. The things we say in the bed. You the best I ever had. I'm never giving this to somebody else. This is yours. You carry that stuff into your next relationships, and when you sit there, that ego stroke and stuff, and you sit there and you plan a family with this dude, we're gonna get married, we're gonna have 5 kids, and then when you give it somebody
Right.
else and you're down to 1 2 kids, now you wonder what your 5th kid would have looked like had you been with that dude. So,
Right.
intimacy to me is more important, and that's not necessarily always intercourse.
Right. What was, if you don't mind me asking, what was the reasoning for you to start abstaining?
I would say my relationship with God is the main reason. And I don't like to say I'm saving myself to marriage, because I know that as a human being, we're prone to making mistakes, but that is my desire at
Yeah.
this moment. But like I said, I'm a human being. Things happen. But I'm okay with waiting. And what I learned in this side of being single, there are so many men that are the same. We don't necessarily meet those guys unless you go into those areas
Right.
where we have, like you were saying, like-minded. It was surprising to me, because I'm like, whoa, I would go into like single groups, not like dating sites and things, but like I did this course called the One University, and it's actually like it's not about finding the one, which most people thought when they got into it. And it was by 2 young preachers, but they have like a offside business that they do. But it's like teaching you to become the one with godly foundation. So that's where I learned about pulling all those different strongholds and those soul ties, getting those things, getting on top of those things and removing them. And what I learned is once that stuff was removed, a lot of that, like, yes, I still have those feelings, but a lot of that strong desire where you feel like I got to get me some, that left, So yeah, it's mostly my relationship with God.
Okay.
And I'm 50, y'all. So I done did it a whole bunch of different ways, and I'm still single. So what is it gonna hurt me to wait at this time?
Okay, that's true. So, do you guys, and anyone can answer this, do you guys believe in marriage?
Yeah, no, I'm kidding. I do.
You do?
Well, I do too. Selena, you already you already know I've been married, so
Yeah, right.
yeah. So I do. I believe in it.
What about you fellas?
I'm gonna let 305 speak on it.
Marriage is a good thing. It say you men find who finds a wife is a good thing. He obtains favor with the Lord. So hey, we favor if you find the right woman, though. You gotta
Listen,
be with the right person.
I grew up in that environment, and obviously I want to keep that,
Mhm.
to my. I mean, I believe in it, and I think a lot of people. I believe there's so much that you can look at, and there's so many different ways that you could go about finding, like the young lady was saying, finding yourself, and finding kind of who you are and living out your spirituality, and then trying to, let that lead you to where you want to go. But I believe in marriage. I just think that too many times, like we've we've watered down so many things. Oh, people don't do that no more. Oh, it's not this no more. Oh, it's not that no more. Oh,
Right.
we're evolving. We in a different space. We in a different way in time. So we have to. Yeah, of course we have to evolve. Of course we have to do things differently. That's just life. Evolution is life. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that, sir, because my values may not be your values.
Hmm.
Your morals may not be my morals.
Right.
So that's
Mhm.
why I hate when I get in conversations with people and we have not so much disagreements, but we just we have a back and forth, and you hear people say, um, "You don't got no morals, you don't got no values." Well,
Mm,
first of all, why do my morals have to align with yours, and why
mm,
do my values have to align with what you think a value is?
right.
Because you can look at a value a completely different way. What if you don't believe in God? What if you don't believe in marriage? Can I tell you that you don't have morals and values? No, we just disagree here.
Right.
So that's I'm a big proponent of marriage because I see my mom. My mom got married. You know what I mean? Once, and she's remarried, and I ain't never seen her more happy than she is right now. And this was later in life.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? 45 years old, and she is. I mean, she a different woman now. And me and her husband, we got a great relationship. I listen to him. I learn from him. I see certain things that he do, certain things that he says, how he can calm her down when she going batshit crazy about nothing, some shit at Walmart. Who knows? But
What?
you know what I'm saying? Like but he just has a way of just calming her down. But at the end of the day, like you have to find the people and people around you to, like you said earlier, Selena. You said we got to be on the same page,
Yeah.
being like minded. And that's the thing. We may not see eye to eye on every single thing, but if we have enough between us that me and you we can connect on a certain way, you might change my mind on something. I may change your mind on something.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's the reason for coming in contact with each other is to make sure that you I think Ashman he was saying earlier, he was like something about calculus. Like teach me something. Bring some added value. Because I can only speak for myself, but I'm sure people in the chat and y'all would agree. There's nothing worse than being a boring person.
Right. That's what I
Like
Facts.
said.
if you boring, like bro, you could not dress good. You ain't got to make a whole lot of money. Just don't be boring. Don't be boring.
Exactly.
That should have run any male or female. Like god damn, be if you're gonna be boring together. You know what I'm saying? Like all right, cool.
Mhm.
What you trying to do this week? Ah shit, man, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. All right, cool. We're gonna do nothing together. We're gonna be boring together, but don't bore the shit out of me. Now I'm just like
Right. See,
now you
that's
pushing me somewhere else.
exactly, King Me, and that's exactly what I was saying. That's what is the biggest turn off for me. I need somebody that's very stimulating intellectually. If not, you will lose me every time. Because
Right.
I'll probably tell Chigi or Tanise, oh, I made this guy. He seems nice, but he's boring. I don't. I have to bring up topics like I'm on an interview or something. And I hate that. I want to talk to someone where the conversation just flows. Like I don't have to, you know, like I said earlier, pull teeth.
Yeah.
That is irritating to me. It's so irritating. And hey, Carl. Hey, my friend Carl and Ben 73. Yeah. So, what do you think about that, Arabia? Do you believe in marriage?
Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
no.
No. Blindly.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't.
Well,
And the reason why I don't believe in marriage is because when I was growing up, and the parents that raised me, they were married. They were married for over 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. Goddamn. I never saw them sleep in the same bedroom together. I never saw them sleep in
wow.
the same bedroom together.
That's weird.
They was
Arabia,
married all them years.
Arabia, can I ask you a question, Arabia? I'm asking it like genuinely. I ain't trying to be no asshole with it.
Go
Um,
ahead.
do you do you think? I think Selena mentioned this earlier, or it might have been. I'm pretty sure it was her. Do you think sometimes you can get jaded by like our upbringing and how we see things, and then that's stuck in our our mental like forever, and then we just like, all right, I saw that one time, I'm not doing that no more
Right.
because
Right.
I'm only asking. I don't know if that's how you see it or not.
I see it like she asked me, she said, do I believe in marriage? And I said no, because of the things I saw.
Hmm.
And then I look at my brothers and sisters, the ones that did get married, the
Hmm.
marriage the marriages were unhappy, filled up with domestic violence and stuff. So My grandmother, she was married to my grandfather for many, many years. He was very abusive towards her. He died. She married someone else, and the same thing. So no, I'm not tying myself to a paper note. I'm not putting no wedding ring on my hand. I just rather just be with the person and let it be like that.
Okay. And hey,
I
and that's
respect.
your
I
choice.
respect that. I
Yeah,
respect it.
that's your choice, sweetie. And like I said, one thing about this world, it's different people and it's different. They have different ways of thinking. And hey, I respect the way you think on that. And like you said, it does, King Me, it does have something to do. A lot of things we see and we accept is because of what we have seen in our families. Like I said, in my families, we have a lot of long marriages. So that's what I'm used to seeing. Cousins that I, grew up with, in their 30s, in their 40s, they are, either they're getting married or they're married. They've been married for a few years. So that's what I see. So that's more of what I'm prone to want because that's what I have seen. Um, but like Arabia said, from what her view, what she has seen has not been good. So of course, her view may be jaded. And that's what a lot of people, their views on love, marriage has been jaded because they really don't have an example.
But I like the way that you framed that though. You said Jada. You didn't say fear.
Mm-mm.
Because
Yeah.
a lot of people are run by fear. They have fear that this may not work out. But again, that goes back to the young lady that was speaking about her faith and why
Right.
she chose to go the way that she went. In terms of it may happen. I think she said she was 50,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and she was saying like my faith. This is the reason why this and that.
Mm-hmm.
And the reality of all of that is whatever you believe in and whatever direction you choose to go in, you really do have to own that because when things go well, people gonna tell you how great of a decision it was and we're so happy for you and this and this and that. And then when it doesn't go well, they're gonna have the same questions for you, like why you ain't you this age and you ain't doing this and this and that? Are you supposed to be having
Right.
fun right now? That's why I said, and I even I keep forgetting this ice cream at the top. I was saying the same thing, like we do such a bad job of comparing our actual lives to other people's lives and then trying to figure out why certain things don't go in the direction that we think they should go in because it's too much comparison.
Right.
And
Right.
I know everybody done
Mhm.
heard this comparison is the thief of joy. You
I
know what
was
I'm
just about
saying?
to say that.
Yeah, I know everybody done heard it, but it's true. The
Mhm.
moment you get to comparing yourself, that's why I said stop comparing your real life to other people in other people's situations that has nothing to do with you. Because you
Right.
have to go back and look at yourself and figure out, okay, who am I? What do I really want? What am I going? That's why I hate the word mistakes.
Mhm.
Mistakes is misspelling your name, tripping your ass up or down the stairs for everybody to laugh at. But a
Mhm.
decision making process is a completely different thing. My dick ain't just accidentally fall in something.
Right.
You didn't just accidentally end up over at my house. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? I didn't accidentally kiss you.
I know that's right.
It's
Right,
it's a it's a
right,
it's a
right.
decision. It's a decision making thing.
It
Yeah,
sure
So that's
is.
what you do and what you don't do. Either you make good decisions or bad decisions.
Hey, Craig.
true.
Yeah, you're right, Kimi, and you are very I got some wise men and women up here. So yeah, y'all have really been a blessing to me. Ice Cream Man, what do you think about that? What we
I
talk?
was I was marinating on what King was saying,
Yeah, that's
and
beautiful.
to piggyback off some of what you were saying, bro, you got to keep the person interested. Like you referenced what I said earlier.
Hmm.
So look at it from this point of view. You like energy, you like excitement, you want to keep the interest. Now, if you're with someone, follow me with this analogy. If all you do is missionary, then you're being too predictable. You're being too predictable. No, I'm serious. It's like you're being too predictable. There's no
Yeah.
excitement. The other person already know what to expect, so the willfulness to engage is kind of like slim to none.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of want to spice it up. You might want to do reverse cowgirl. You might want to do power driver.
What
Mix
is
it up a little bit.
what is power drive?
Bro, you keep bringing everything back to fucking.
Tell me
Hey,
what power drive
hey,
is. I'm curious. Hey
I'm gonna say
Tariq.
that
Put
for
that.
later.
I put that in the back check, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Look, y'all can talk about it.
But,
Talk
Oh
about
shit.
no,
Well, go ahead.
I'm for
Go
real
off
though.
there.
So
it.
We're trying to get this channel
you know,
monetized, Selena. Goddamn it.
yeah, and I don't want to go way out there like that.
Okay, okay.
But in regards to marriage, I mean, I'm not completely opposed. I mean, there's a slight chance. There's always a but though.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, we could agree to disagree. We're different. We're unique in our own way.
Yeah.
Right.
So we're different backgrounds, different blood types,
Excuse me.
different zodiac signs. So of course, we're not going to see everything the same way.
Right.
But where's the compromise? Where's the willingness to engage and learn and get comfortable and see if we can apply that in our world? So
Mm-hmm.
if you're not willing to do that, then what's the purpose?
Exactly.
Right.
You're not looking for that other individual to be incorporated in your life. You know, you might as well get comfortable being alone. Because if you're not
Exactly.
willing to compromise, if you're not willing to give up something, then you're not gonna get that type of energy in return.
Exactly. And I didn't really realize I was kind of operating in some selfish energy because sometimes when you been by yourself, you get like
Your
stuck.
guards up. Were
Yeah,
you
your
protecting
guard's up,
yourself?
and then you stuck in yourself. Like a lot of times, I be in my own world, and it's like, do I really want to allow somebody in? Because sometimes it's comfortable, but then it's lonely at the same time when you're being comfortable, which is weird. So you have to make the decision on whether you're going to allow someone in to mess up that being comfortable, being selfish, or not. And I think I'm at that stage in my life right now to where I'm like, okay, well, I'm tired, even though I'm comfortable, but I'm lonely. So I got to allow myself to get uncomfortable, if that makes sense. It's kind of weird, but I'm trying to,
I know what you're saying. I
yeah,
get it.
I'm trying to
Um,
articulate it the best way I
it's it's like like for myself, what I'm noticing now, I feel I'm ready for marriage.
can.
But at the same time, it's like everybody that I meet seem to it's like I said, my radar is on. It's like I think it's like seeing the red flags is like a blessing and a curse. No, I don't want to miss them, but I'm like, man, that's all I'm gonna see. Every time I meet somebody that seems nice,
Yeah,
there's that one thing that's like, oh hell no, not no 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 no.
yeah.
And like lately, I'm finding these guys that well, I'm meeting these guys. You exchange numbers, you expect to have conversations and get to know a person, and then maybe in a few days, hey, would you like to meet up and do this? But it's like 3 hours later, yeah, what you doing? You want me to come through? Huh?
Right,
Like stranger danger at this point. No. Well, you can come over my
right.
house. Dude, you shouldn't invite people that you don't know to your house. I'm like, I'm not opposed to you coming to my house. Well, maybe for a while. But
Hmm.
at least know me. Fill me out a little bit. Let me fill you out a little bit before you trying to get my address. I'm a single woman. I live alone. I'm not just gonna have anybody at my house. But
Right.
it is I think that when you get with somebody that's right and
Hmm.
you do allow that opportunity for that person to come in, he'll make you comfortable enough to where, you know what I mean? Like how I was saying,
Right.
you attract what you are.
Uh-huh.
It's like when I do meet guys, it's like the ones that I meet that are pretty cool. It's all right. I have fun. We kick it sometime, but I haven't found that one where I'm like, yeah, okay, this is about to be it. So that's why
Right.
I continue to keep myself, because I don't want to go doing that and then 4, 5 months down the line, yeah, I wanted to, but I'm over that. I wanted to, so it's cool. No, it's not cool. I'm not doing that anymore. So like I said, I'm the loneliness thing. I really don't get lonely though. I understand what you're saying, but I do not get lonely. I'm a whole show by myself.
Well, I am too, but when I'm talking about loneliness, I'm talking about like, it's just
Well,
sometimes you want that other person there, to be around sometimes. Cause like I said, I got plenty of people to be around. That's not my problem. My problem is really finding someone that I can really connect with on that type of level of romantically. That's where I'm running into a wall. And I think a lot of people, I always say a lot of people, but maybe some people have encountered that to where you're cool, you good, don't get me wrong, I don't have a problem with attracting or keeping someone. It's just at the same time that part of me wants a particular type of companionship, like I said, someone that I can really connect with. And that's where some people have problems, including me. D Santano, hey, how you doing? What you coming here laughing for? I don't know what D Santana talking about. But anyway, I'm glad to see you. But yeah, so that's kind of where I am right now. But and like I said, I'm being transparent for a reason. The reason I know for my reason is I want to be able to have an authentic platform to express myself and allow other people to express themselves, right? So I feel like in order to do that, you have to kind of let people see you a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
You just
Now,
having adult conversations though.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is life. This is stuff that we we need to discuss. You know what I mean? It's a topic where a lot of us are trying to figure things out. A lot of people probably feel like it's just them when
Mhm.
it's not. I think it's cool to come together and let our minds come together and talk about stuff like this. And I think too, a lot of times in relationships, people skip over the becoming friends part. And I think
Right.
that's where you develop that comfort, that security is when you become friends. A lot of times, most of the times we friends for a couple of weeks, then we screwing. It is
Right.
like we
Mhm.
missed a lot of steps of getting to know that person, learning their ways, having fun, laughing, learning what makes you tick. Those are
Mhm.
questions we need to ask. If we're
let me.
looking for
Can I ask a
particular.
question? Can I ask a
Mhm.
question to what she just said? Um, the thing that I've listened to and I've heard a few times about people talking about the friendship phase, and that's what you were referring to. I'm not sure. What's your name? I'm sorry. I don't
Meek.
meet.
Uh-huh.
Um. So I don't know about the friendship thing because I feel like it's twofold. And the reason I say that is because like I compare it to like going to school on a scholarship. If I get a basketball scholarship or a football scholarship, they're not paying for my education because I'm a good student. They paying for it because I can play basketball, or I can play football, or I can play baseball, or whatever. So if I'm having a conversation with you and I'm trying to get to know you, it has nothing to do with the fact I want to be your friend.
Well, I need to be friends with the man I'm gonna be with, because
No,
without
I'm
a
just
friendship,
I'm just
yeah,
speaking I'm speaking in general, and that's why I say
yeah,
everybody has a different view of like what a
yeah.
courtship
How it
is.
looks to
That
you, I
courting,
think we're saying the same thing, but
yeah, yeah.
it just
That
looks
courting
different
that
to us.
courting process is a little different for different people because if I meet you, it doesn't matter where. It doesn't matter where you meet. But if I meet you anywhere and we having a conversation, like you said, to be in that friendship phase, but I'm assuming that the friendship, the goal is for it to lead somewhere. And if
Mhm.
I'm not making that, like if I'm not establishing that in the initial conversation, there's no way that we can expect to actually be friends because I never, maybe you never told me you wanted to be my friend, or I never told you I wanted to be my friend. So that's where that communication comes in. Like it has to actually be a conversation because you may leave a conversation with me and I may leave a conversation with you, and we got two completely different we got each other's numbers or each other's contact information, but I have no idea where that conversation is going after that. And
Right.
you're
That's
thinking
what I
one
was saying.
thing,
We have to
I'm
have
thinking something completely
conversations
right.
Mhm.
during that phase, not conversations after we have sex. You know, that happens a lot of time.
Right.
Right.
You know, you'll be like, "Well, tell me about them." Like, you don't
What?
know that
You
much.
can't.
Let me ask, I'm gonna ask everybody this. What is soulmates? What is that? Denise, do you know?
I don't know
Something the
what that
world
is.
made up.
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
That's some bull.
I don't
we
believe in
have
that
we
shit.
have we have a person that's for us, but there's many prospects. I believe that there's no one person. I
Really?
believe there's a type that you know what I mean, a type of person we're going to be with or should be with. But I
Mhm.
think there's many of those. You know what I mean? It's just
Okay.
running into one.
So, in your opinion, Meek, there's no particular person that would be the best, the perfect person for you. That just doesn't
Not
exist.
one. It could
Not
be several. We're not going to meet 10 people at the same time, but it could be 10 people that fit that criteria.
one. Okay. What you think about that, Ice Cream Man?
I feel like if I'm gonna call somebody my soulmate, that's somebody I'm willing to give my life for. And
Mm,
That's a
I
fact.
wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that for nobody except my kids.
okay. So, do you think you'll ever meet a woman like that?
So
That
no
would
soulmates.
that
I,
would you would give
I
your life?
haven't,
Okay.
but I mean, I've entertained it, to no success. And so back to the drawing board.
He don't mean that.
Yes, indeed. You're
He
right.
don't mean that. He just showing out for y'all.
Yeah.
You won't know if you lay down your life until you in that position.
That's exactly that's the reason I said it, because if you sitting with your lady or y'all somewhere and some shit pop off, you ain't gonna be like, hey, you on your own. Nigga, you ain't finna do no shit like that.
Be like,
Well,
run, baby.
what about you, King Me? What? Because I know you say you don't believe in soulmates, King Me.
When I say, because I think the problem is like we got so many cliches and so much symbolism. And one thing
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people like, and I'm not saying this on no misogynistic shit, but I know when I say like marriage, and when I say marriage to a woman, especially I got 4 sisters. So when
Oh.
I say marriage to them, they just think wedding, which is imagery. It's an
And
imagery conversation. They see everything that comes along with the marriage. It's a day. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? We see shit when men we see marriage. We see goddamn best man niggas fucked up doing all type of stupid ass shit before the wedding start. And so you know it's a little different. But as far as like soulmate, yeah, you could dress it up any way you want. It's almost 8 billion people in this world,
Mhm.
and to be able to think that there's only one for you, that's not
mm-mm.
true. Because if that was the case, people would never get married in the first place and divorce, or people would
Right.
never be in relationships in the first place and break up with
Right.
multiple people. So you can't then go and say like that's something that's not, you know what I'm saying? Like that's not a it's something that's not attainable, because it is. But realistically speaking, like no, I don't think that there's one person for everybody.
Yeah. You're right, King Me. Thank you. Cece, you crazy. But yeah, Denise, do you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, see, I'm just
He said, shit, Cece
It's
said
true
he
though.
going
I
deep,
mean,
y'all.
that's another one of them words that have you bound and tied up to somebody. Oh, baby, you my soulmate. Then you give it somebody else and can't figure out why they work. Man, I'm telling you, words is powerful. This world put out some stuff to make it look good and
that's
sound
real.
good, and we just run around saying it because it's the thing to say.
Mhm.
Mm-mm.
All right,
I want
Selena,
what my mom and daddy had.
I'm about to hop off, man. I gotta be up early. I got a flight. I gotta catch at 6 a.m. So I gotta get to packing.
All right. Thank you, King Me. I appreciate your
All right.
kindness.
Salute to the panel. I appreciate all y'all, man. Y'all
You
be
Look,
have
safe.
a safe
Salute.
flight, okay?
Salute.
Y'all be good.
Bye bye.
All right. Bye.
He's a sweetheart. Yeah. that, like I said, this is really, and I really wanted to talk about this because I thought it was pretty interesting, because we got so much going on in the world, and it's just like people forget about love and relationships, like, and I don't want to romanticize it, because like I said, with having a relationship, it takes it, well, I know it takes a lot of work, you know, at the end of the day. So you just have to be, I would say, know when you're going into any type of relationship, you have to give of yourself. You can't be selfish. You have to give of yourself, and you have to know that it's going to take a lot of work to keep the relationship going. So that's why I really want to talk about it. And I'm just really thankful that you guys came up on my panel. Denise, I don't know if she's still there. She's on mute.
No,
But
I'm still here.
okay. Okay, Meek's come back. But I just really wanted to have that conversation with you guys. Is there anything y'all would like to ask me, or we can talk about, like, because I'm about to get off in a few minutes.
Man, I just read that power driver chat and I hit the wrong button and knocked myself down.
That's okay. Yeah, I knew. I said, "Where's my girl at?" Me, right
I
there.
couldn't-
Bless her
I'm like,
heart.
oh my.
Yeah. So, like I
That
said,
was too much, me. That was too much for you.
I'm like, where have I been? I've been out of the game too long.
yeah,
Yeah, I've never heard of that. I've never heard of it, but that's something new.
I'm
yeah,
pretty
That's
sure
classic.
I'm pretty sure I've been there. I just can't remember.
yeah.
It
Look.
might be new
What?
to you, but it's classic. Trust me.
I'm almost certain I've been there.
I kind of want to try that, but anyway. So, that's all I'm gonna say on that. But I really, like I said, I really had a good time talking to you guys, and like I said, we're gonna have to do this again, where I talk about not necessarily relationships, but just other subjects that is thought provoking, that we can have discussions about. And I just thought that this was really a good topic. Like I said, I wish people would find. I guess sometimes I wonder, do people even believe in love anymore? That's what I wonder, because if you look around, it just seems like not everything, but everything just seems like it's like stress. It's like people are going through a lot of negativity. It's just a lot going on in the world. And I wonder sometimes, do we forget about love?
Low
That's
key.
I think people are have gotten attached to this superficial ideal of love
right.
versus the actual, versus actual love. You get all these reality shows. You legit have 30-plus-year-old women out here talking about, oh, I want my life like Portia. And I'm like,
Right.
what? She used to be a preacher and she married an African dude. What do you want? Like, I
Right.
mean, we'll look at I want what J and B got. Like, that's not, I don't want that. I would rather look at my foundation. You know what I mean? My mother and
Right.
father had a good marriage. I don't see anything wrong with that, and then I apply myself, as a businesswoman and the way my mind goes, I'm looking for somebody who want to build. You know what I'm saying? I don't need what somebody else got. I need what I need, you know what I'm saying, to get to my destiny. I can't live Selena's destiny through my eyeballs. So it's like, I don't, I think that people have it misconstrued. They
Hmm.
mistake these people on TV and what others have, like you said, with comparison as love. And sometimes the people you think love the most are the ones at home getting beat up and stuff. So
Right.
you have to be careful wanting what somebody else have, because even if it's good, do you want to go through what they went through to get it?
Hmm.
Work your own thing. Get who God desires for you.
Exactly. Exactly. Hi, Marcus. How you doing? Thank you for coming by. He says some people become widows and widowers very young. It's too painful to try anymore. Okay. Yeah, sometimes it can be. Um, I know someone that was a early widow, and he went through widower, but he went through a lot, losing his wife. and having to rebuild his life over again was very difficult.
It takes a lot of healing.
Yeah, and then he had a small child, so that was even more difficult. So yeah, that can be very hard. Thank you, Marcus, for stopping by. I appreciate you. I hope everybody liked, share, and subscribe to my channel. It is new. I started the mid part of February of this year, and I appreciate anybody that likes, shares, and subscribe my channel. Everyone is welcome over here, and it's okay, Mario. Hey. Sometimes I have a hard time with my Texas accent pronouncing things correctly. So that's okay. I hope that everybody had a good time. We learned some things. Y'all learned some things about me. Because, like I said, I don't really share myself a lot, but when I do, it's because I feel that it's necessary because I want people to see me and not some facade. So I appreciate you guys for your support. My friend Denise, girl, she don't ever get on nobody's panel, so I must be special. And Meek, thank you for coming, sweetie. You're so kind to stop by. And my boy, CEO Ice Cream Man, that's my boy. He's always a great supporter. So, and I thank everybody in the chat. Everybody here has been a blessing, from Cheeky, my girl, Cece, my girl, Keto Weta, my girl, Miss Coco. Let's see, we got Mario. Thank you, Mario, for stopping by. I hope you subscribe. And my girl Liz and Drea, uh, Carl. Then I go up. I had Larry in here. I had Tariq in here. I had Sham in here. Arabia. All of y'all are so special. D Santana. Let's see, I'm going up the list because I really want to tell y'all thank you. I wish my boy Capital C came through. Let's see. I said Miss Coco. My boy Ben 73. And whoever else, I hope, and Meal Ticket, my other boy, he came through. Meal Ticket came through. Thank God. I'm so happy to see him. And you know who you are. Everybody, I hope I said hello to everyone that came in this chat because you are special to me and I do appreciate your support. I really do. No lies. And I don't have to know you to love you. So I appreciate all of your kindness and your support at this time. Y'all are thebombtome.com. I hope that I can bring you more content and better content each time I go live. I want to give my best to you guys. I really do. Yeah, RIP to Jerry. I used to watch Jerry when I was in middle school. Me and my cousin in the summertime would be up watching Jerry Springer and people fighting each other. That was the best show in the world to me at one point, even though I wasn't supposed to be watching it. Yeah, that's really crazy. Jerry Springer, it seemed like as I get older, all the people I used to watch, they're dying. I'm like, dang, I'm getting old now. So yeah, RIP to Jerry Springer. And thank you guys for your love and support. Again, I can't stop saying it because y'all don't have to be here. Y'all really don't. And it just makes me so happy that you guys believe enough in me to come to my chat and hear me talk. That means so much to me. So much to me. And if you have any ideas, remember, you can put it in my comment section. I try not to miss any comments, or you can also hit me up on Instagram and give me some comments and let me know who you are, that you're one of the subscribers, and so that I can know, because sometimes you get some people you like, I don't know about accepting them, I don't know them. People are very strange. So they do weird things, but I appreciate you guys for coming through. Thank you, my girl Meek, as beautiful as you are. Thank you so much.
No problem, my love. Thanks for having me.
My beautiful friend Denise, sweet and kind person, really good
Always,
person.
Selena.
And my boy CEO, you my sweetie, I just love you. very
So you
kind,
back?
person. So
No,
I want everybody to have a good night. Stay safe, and I will let you know, guys, when I go live again. So that's why I said push the notification button, because that's the only way you'll know. Because I get in, sometimes I might feel like going live tomorrow. It just depends on how I feel and what I want to talk about. Because I don't want, I just don't want to get up here and ramble. And I apologize for the and Guard Trail. Thank you for stopping by, Guard Trail. I apologize for earlier. I had to say that because, like I said, people like to come and judge you, and they don't even know you. They don't even know how you really look. They just going by some picture that somebody distorted of you. But I said that at the beginning because that's how I felt at the time. And, I just wanted to let people know, if you want to come and check me out, come and check me out. Don't go by somebody else. Come and check me out. So everybody be blessed, and please stay safe, and please just let's try to do better. We all can do better, including me. So be blessed and have a nice night. Love you guys.